Hey, what's up you guys? Mando the Watch Guy here. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I talk about watches. If it's not your first time here, then you might recognize that I look a little bit different. That's right, guys. The long hair is gone, as is the mustache, but the objective ultimately is still the same, which is to talk about, unbox, and review watches, which admittedly has become a little bit difficult lately. I've just gotten so many watches over the last few months that I think I bit off more than I can chew. And that, on top of the fact that I'm actually looking into buying a house right now, has made it a little bit difficult to pump out these videos. So if you guys are looking forward to my content and maybe I'm not posting as regularly or as frequently, that is why. Either way, I appreciate your guys' patience, and just know that I do have a bunch of content planned, and I hope, as much as you guys hopefully, that those plans and those videos come to fruition. Today we've got my final AliExpress watch by a brand named Bliger, and Bliger makes a variety of interesting watches. This one is a Submariner Homage. I think all of the watches that I've gotten from AliExpress have been homages. There is such good value in these homage watches, guys, in terms of the materials they use and the movements and things like that for a ridiculously affordable price. So I think this watch I got for like 75 bucks. But what makes this watch so special? Well, we're going to find that out today. So we're going to flip the camera around, get a quick look at the San Martin that is on my wrist right now, and then we will get into today's final unboxing. Alrighty guys, so here we have the very last of the 4 AliExpress watches that I purchased on the 11/11 sale. Could very well be the very last AliExpress purchase that I ever make. Probably not, but maybe. Now before we get into this, let's go ahead and show you guys what I have on wrist. And today we have the very cool San Martin version 2. This watch I didn't purchase during an AliExpress 11/11 sale. I did purchase it through some random sale, and when I saw the price, I was like, you know what? I might as well get it because it's as good, I think, as when it goes on the 11/11 sale. And it was some random sale, like half-year sale or something like that. And I'm happy that I purchased it when I did, because soon after that, they came out with the version 3, which has the hexagonal San Martin logo on the 12 o'clock instead of the printed on name, which I personally like the printed on name a lot better than the hexagonal logo that they have replaced it with. But really cool watch. As you can see, I've shown it some love already. Really solid bracelet, really solid clasp, really solid watch overall. Really cool watch. And if you guys want to check out my full unboxing of this watch, then I will leave a link to that, probably an annotation right here, and you guys can check out the full unboxing of this watch. But really cool watch. Really happy that this is in my collection, and I decided to wear it today for a reason. Now let's go ahead and get into this. If you guys have seen my Courgette unboxing, my first Courgette that I ever purchased, then you guys probably recognize this packaging. I would say that they even came out of the same warehouse. Probably the same warehouse is the one that distributed all of them. I could, of course, cross-verify that with the address, but I'm not gonna. Let's go ahead and get into this. Now let's see if I'm better at opening this one than the Courgette, because the Courgette was a disaster. Yeah, there we go. Don't even really need this. Maybe as a tool. There you go. There we go. Almost at the top. There we go. Not even gonna bother unwrapping the rest because I'm pretty sure we could just get into it. There we go. Some of the weirdest packaging I've ever seen from an AliExpress watch or set of watches. This and the Courgette. Thank you, my watch code. Cool. So set that aside, and now let's get into what looks like an extra. So this NATO strap came with the watch. Ooh, not a big fan of that, but I'm also not a big fan of NATO straps as a whole, so not really gonna do anything with that. But let's see what else is in here. So Bliger, they were nice enough to send me another spare bracelet. So they actually hooked it up, and this bracelet is gonna live on another watch. I'm really excited to see what watch that this is gonna live on, but there's something really, really cool about this bracelet. That's some nice finishing on that bracelet. Polished on the sides, of course, brushed on the top and bottom. Very typical of a Submariner style case, which of course today we are opening a Submariner Homage. So they were nice enough to hook me up with another of these awesome bracelets, and they actually sell the bracelet by itself. So if you wanted to just pick up the bracelet, you definitely can. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. There we go. So we'll get right back to the watch in a little bit, but I want to focus right now on this bracelet. Check this out, guys. Oh, I could barely get my nail under there. There we go. Now some plastic right here. We'll remove that. Very satisfying. And check this out, guys. So you activate this same as the Pagani designs, but instead of an EasyLink style system, boom, guys. Guys, you have a glide lock style system, which works so much better. Now, glide lock style system, not a glide lock system, a glide lock style system. This is not a Rolex glide lock bracelet. It's a Bliger bracelet, and they make it in such a way where it's easily adjustable. So very much like the Rolex glide lock system, but geez, is that nice. Then when you're ready, just click it back and it's in place. So really nice bracelet, guys. I know I spent a little bit of time here on the bracelet, but I think it's time well spent. But now let's go ahead and continue with the unboxing. And now we can get into the main attraction, which is this right here. I'll put this here too. I feel like I was a little harsh, but the NATO strap came in for free. I didn't request it or anything. They just decided to throw that in, which is really, really nice of them. But the Bliger, guys, I discovered this brand on the day of the AliExpress sale. So I was like looking at all the different watches, and this one kind of stumbled onto my feed, and I was like, what's this about? Now, the really great thing about the Bliger watch is that you get to choose the movement that you want inside. They give you the choice between the Seiko NH35 movement, which is the one that I chose, which actually wasn't that much more expensive. I think it was more expensive than the Chinese movement that you could have put in here, which I think is a Seagull movement or an equivalent. Or you could have chose the Miyota 8000 series, which is non-hacking, which I hate. If you've seen my videos, you know that I hate non-hacking movements. As you guys can see, it's a pretty solid looking watch. You do actually get the Bliger logo, but when you order the bracelet by itself, you don't get the Bliger logo, because if you're ordering the bracelet by itself and you're going to put it on another watch, you don't want the Bliger logo on there, right? So that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this. If this works really well on other watches, then I'll probably purchase a bunch of these from Bliger directly. It also uses screw links, which is really, really impressive. Really, really cool. Solid links, solid end links, I believe. And sapphire crystal as well. And again, with the choice of movement, I mean, there's a lot of value to be had from these watches. They're like, no, I don't want to say custom ordered, but you get to customize it a fair amount. There we go. So the watch has started sweeping already, and honestly, it's not bad for the money, guys. It feels really, really solid for the money. Overall quality is not bad at all in terms of the overall build quality and the features. Now I'm gonna tighten it all the way, and if you take a look here, Bliger Automatic AT1368. That's pretty cool. That's some really nice detailing that I haven't seen from other watch brands. I think if watch brands had done this, then it would have given it a little bit more of a premium feel, but Bliger did it, and well, another brand did it first, but Bliger is the first that I've seen from AliExpress to do it that way, so that's actually really, really impressive. Now, on to the dimensions. You get a 40.4 millimeter case, 47.7 millimeters lug to lug, 13.7 millimeters thick, and your classic 20 millimeter lugs. Overall, pretty traditional dimensions for one of these type of watches, but what's not traditional is obviously the build quality to be this good. Now, I'm going to size this up. I'm just putting it on to see how many links and stuff I have to remove. Okay, got it. Now guys, before finishing sizing this guy up, I did see here that there's one more sticker. There you go. And you do get an exhibition case back displaying off that Seiko NH35 movement that's sweeping away in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and quickly test for sapphire as well. Oh yeah, that's sapphire. So sapphire crystal, Seiko NH35 movement powering mine. Ceramic bezel, I believe, which is also really impressive. A little bit of backplay when it sets, but not too bad at all. Lines up okay as well. Screw down crown, date at the 3 o'clock, Bliger, and automatic. Really, really cool, guys. And now I'm going to size it up and I will show you guys what it looks like on wrist. And I mean, a pretty perfect fit with this glide lock style system. I mean, it is literally perfect. And let's say it's a little bit tight or whatever, you can always pop this guy off, pop the glide system, loosen it to your exact measurements, and there you go. Now it's a little bit looser. Really, really solid watch by Bliger, guys. Really, really impressed with how this watch fits, how it feels. It is a little bit thicker than what I'm used to, than like some of these other ones. I feel like the thickness is a little bit more than the San Martin. But all in all, I mean, it's pretty similar. And I think that the glide lock style gives it major points. So if I were to give this a Mando score right now, I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now we will check the lume. And here is the lume, guys. As you can see, it's not terrible lume. You could definitely see that they tried to apply lume onto this watch. I had to shine the light quite a bit for it to shine as bright as it is, so it's even a little bit more brighter than it normally would be. But it's not bad, especially when you take into consideration the fact that this is a $75 watch. So I wasn't expecting mind-blowing lume, but it does leave a lot to be desired. But in comparison to a lot of other watches like the Pagani design, it holds up just fine. And that pretty much sums up the lume. So there you have it, guys. I think we have a new unsung hero in the Submariner Homage category. I mean, 75 bucks, more or less, again, depending on the movement that you choose. You get a ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, Seiko NH35 movement, a glide lock style clasp, and a really good one at that. Solid links, solid end links. The biggest downside of this watch is that it's a little bit thick. It's like 13, almost 14 millimeters thick. So the dimensions could be a little thinner, and the lume is definitely lacking. But those are definitely small gripes when you take a look at the entire package. I mean, all in all, it's a really solid offering. But yeah, guys, I mean, a really, really solid watch with solid dimensions and solid specs, and not a lot of people are talking about it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is there a new value king in the $50 to $100 range? Curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks once again to Bliger for sending me the extra bracelet. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Mando the Watch Guy. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.